Alrighty, guys, I'm now 4-0. My last four $1.99 daily best plays on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. I'm also coming off a 4-2 day in all of my personal sports bets on my on that website yesterday. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick time out and welcome you to our Major League Baseball Part 2 video here today for Thursday, April 27th, 2023. Happy Thursday to you. Weekend's right around the corner, and of course, my name is Brock Page. I've been dishing out free sports bets right here on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal sports bets on patreon.com/BrockPage. And once again, guys, I'm 4-0. My last four $1.99 daily best plays on that website. Now, the $1.99 daily best play, it's a package that I offer. And if you sign up for that membership today, you're going to get access to that package for the next 30 days. The math works out to be just 6 cents a day if you sign up for that package. And if you want to access every single one of my personal plays, you may want to think about signing up for my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. You get access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. You also get access to my Brock Page podcast. You may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my website. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free plays on these videos that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off with the Cards at the Giants, 345 East. San Fran's minus 145, totals 8.5. Logan Webb for the Giants. Miles Michaelis for St. Louis. Now, Michaelis, winless on the season, 7.46 ERA, 1.89 whip. Cards are in last place in the NL Central. Giants on the other side, 5-game winning streak, 5.6 runs a game during that stretch. Tyro Strada, 326 batting average, handful of homers. Yastrzemski and Davis, double-digit homers between the both of them. And even though Webb's record stinks, the pitcher has 36 strikeouts in just 30-plus innings. Good for a 1.14 whip. Joey Bart's questionable. Johnson and Ruff still out. Total-wise, Giants saw 4 out of their last 7 at home stay under. 70% to the under in their last 10 at any location. San Francisco minus 145, under 8.5. Next game, A's Angels 407 East. LA 295, total 8. Shohei for the Angels, JP Sears for Oakland. Sears is winless, 4.98 ERA. A's still have the worst record in baseball at 5-20. Pitching staff's also allowing a league worst 8.5 runs a game on the road. Gonna have to slow down Mike Trout, 311 batting average, 5 homers, 13 ribbies, 993 OPS. Hunter Renfroe is also the club leader in homers and RBI. 7 bombs, 19 ribbies, and even if the bats go cold, Shohei Ohtani's on the bump, and he is 3-0 with 38 Ks and a .64 ERA. Walsh, Stassi, O'Hop, injured. Pena, Laureano, Brown still out for Oakland. A's are 11-3 to the over on the road, 72% to the over for the whole season. Give me the Angels minus 1.5. Over 8 runs. Next game, O's Tigers, 6:40 p.m. East. O's $1.40, total 8. Gibson, Baltimore. Wentz, Detroit. Joey Wentz is 0-3. ERA in the 7s. Tigers are dead last in runs per game. Baltimore pitcher Kyle Gibson, 4-0. ERA in the 3s. Baltimore hitters nearly in the top 5 in run production. Ryan Mountcastle has 6 homers, 20 RBI. Cedric Mullins, 20 ribbies himself. Austin Hayes is questionable with a hand. Baez questionable for Detroit. And when it comes to the total, Baltimore is 64% to the over in their road trips. 14-10 to the over for the entire season. Give me the O's minus 140, over 8. Next game, Rays White Sox, 7:10 p.m. East. Tampa 145, total 7. McClanahan for the Rays, Cease for Chicago. Sox are on a 7-game losing streak, 2-12 straight up in their last 14. Their lineup's in the bottom 10 in run production. They're going to have to face Shane McClanahan, who's 4-0 with a 1.86 ERA, 37 Ks, 29 innings of work. This Tampa Bay lineup's also in the top 3 in run production. Randy Rosarena, top 3 in RBI, top 10 in OPS. Yandy Diaz and Brendan Lau, club leaders in home runs. Grandal is questionable for the Sox. Anderson still out. Chicago 7-2 to the over at Guaranteed Rate Field. Rays 6-3 to the over in their last 9 on the road. Tampa Bay minus $1.45 over 7. Next contest, Nats Mets 7:10 p.m. East. New York's 2:30, total 8.5. Joey Lucchesi for New York, Trevor Williams for Washington. Williams has an ERA in the low 3s, 1.08 whip. This Washington lineup, believe it or not, top 10 in hits per contest, fewest strikeouts at the dish in the game. Heimer Candelario, 4 homers, dozen ribbies. And as far as these Mets hitters are concerned on the other side, they're in the bottom 5 in hits per game at home. They're also striking out 9.3 times a game at Citi Field. LeCastro is still out for New York. Dickerson, Vargas, Kieboom, Pineda out for the Nats. Washington 67% to the under in their road trips. New York 6-2 to the under in their last 8 in Flushing, Queens. Give me Washington plus 1.5, under 8 and a hook. Next game, Royals Twins, 7:40 p.m. East. Minnesota $2, totals 8. Tyler Mahle for Minnesota. Zach Greinke for Kansas City. Greinke's a winless 0-3, ERA in the 4s. This KC lineup's averaging just 3.4 runs a game. They're going to have to hit Tyler Mahle, ERA in the low 3s, 1.15 whip. This Minnesota pitching staff gives up fewer runs a game than any other club except for one. Farmer's out, Taylor's questionable. Meanwhile, for KC, Drew Waters, 10-day IL for them. Royals 8-2 to the under in their last 10 against Minnesota. If you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Minnesota 5-1 in their 5-1 to the under in their last 6 on the road. Give me Minnesota minus 1.5, under 8. Next final matchup, Yankees Rangers 8:05 East. Pinstripers minus 165, total 8. Garrett Cole for New York, Andrew Heaney for Texas. Heaney's got a couple of wins on the year, 20 strikeouts and just 18 plus. The Rangers are also leading the majors in runs per game. Adolis Garcia has 7 homers and a league-high 29 RBI. Marcus Semien, 22 ribbies himself. The Yankees on the other side lost 3 out of their last 4. Just 4 total runs scored in those losses. The Bombers are averaging fewer hits a game than any other club in the majors except for one. Donaldson, Bader, and Stanton are out. Jankowski and Young are questionable for Texas. The Rangers are 8-2 to the under in their last 10 against New York. Held them to just 3.5 runs a game in those meetings. So once again, if you're into historical trends, certainly want to think about that one there. The Yankees are 7-3 to the under in their last 10 themselves. Give me the Rangers plus 1.5, under 8. Quick pick recap. Giants minus 145, under 8.5. Angels minus 1.5, over 8. Baltimore minus $1.40, over 8 runs. Tampa Bay minus 145, over 7. Nats plus 1.5, under 8.5. Minnesota minus 1.5, under 8. Next and final pick, Texas plus 1.5, under 8 runs.